going already, Albert. Why the rush? I was hoping to have a talk with you.
Talk? No, I want to get off.
But I'd like to know what you're going to do.
Well, I'm going to find Joanna.
Yes, I know about Joanna. But there's so much more. Your future.
Well, we'll go back to the farm. I'll work on farm.
That's another thing. Your mother doesn't even know yet. You should let her know. Give her time to get prepared.
There's no to prepare, just beds. Me mum will not care. She'll be glad to see us. Glad to have me help with work.
Look, Albert, I think you should wait a day or two. Give yourself time to adjust. There's a number of things to consider, plans to make.
I've made my plans, Doctor. I made them a long time since.
Well, that's great. We'll discuss them. You can spare time for that, Albert.
You told me I could leave whenever I wanted.
I didn't think you were going to tear off out the very next morning. All right. But you must come back for a chat, say, early next week.
Just as soon as I found her.
Good luck.
Smithy, wait! You might have waited for me, Smithy.
Well, I didn't want to miss bus.
It's a good job I was all packed and ready. We could have lost track of each other completely.
Oh, I didn't think.
Well, it's just as well I did. Smithy, where's your coat?
Coat?
Your overcoat, look at you. Just a shirt and that thin jacket.
Oh, I never wear an overcoat.
Well, you must have mine. Look, I've got this lovely warm cardigan on under this. My mother always made me wrap up.
Look, I don't want it. I don't feel cold.
You will once we start roaming around Newtown. You've been used to centrally heated wards, you know.
Look,
No, come on. You put it on.
About looking for Joanna, I'm not sure that I want you to come with me.
But we agreed I was to help.
But it might take some time.
Oh, my dear old chap, I shan't mind how long it takes.
I'll be on the move. I've ground to cover.
Look, I don't mind. I know it's going to be difficult for you, Smithy, but having a friend along can only make it easier. Come on now, put it on. You catch pneumonia dressed like that.
No wonder it's seized up. Got half a ton of cigarette ash in there.
Not only have you got to stop
Look, you've
it,
got to
Craig,
take the spool off and wiggle your ooh jar about a bit.
Flaming engineer as well.
Hey, and look. One of those little springs has come off. Cop out.
Hey?
It's charming, that is. Very handy.
I can hardly breathe in this cold.
Now, but you reap the benefit once we get off the bus. Now, keep your eye open for the market. You'll fly right past it without stopping if we let you.
No, we'll not go past it.
Is it in the market you sell your stuff? Your farm produce?
No, we only sell to the wholesalers.
Oh, but you know the people, have you? You're hoping to glean some information there, are you?
Information?
Oh, about Joanna, a lead as to where she might be found.
No, I don't know nobody in market.
Why we're going there?
Well, they were seen there. Her and Charlotte. Shopping.
Is that all? Is that your only reason?
Well, they might be there. It's a place to start.
One haystack's as good as another, I suppose. Smithy, haven't you got a plan?
Ah, of course I have.
Surely the chances of her being at the market at 9 in the morning are negligible.
I'll find her.
Well, all right. Have you got some specific course of action?
I know what I'm doing.
Well, of course, I just wish you'd tell me, that's all.
I told you I didn't want you with me. I'll look for her today and tomorrow and the day after, and I'll go on looking for her until I find her.
Smithy.
This flaming coat. it's
Smithy,
stifling
no,
me.
control yourself. Smithy, what are you doing? You've knocked her right over. I'm very sorry, madam. My friend's a bit excitable.
really,
Come and sit down.
here's my little
Try and
lookout. Look
control
at this,
yourself.
all broken
Well,
up.
I'm sorry about the flowers.
Hey, officer!
What's being done?
Come here!
Well, it's difficult. I mean, the couple of blokes haven't actually done anything, you see.
What's your problem, Cully?
Well, as I understand it, they were having a row in a corporation.
not a row,
Yeah,
no.
just 1 minute.
Wheel them in, I'll straighten it out.
We were bickering a bit, perhaps.
It keeps following
But there was never any likelihood.
Perhaps it would be better if you let the constable give his version first, sir.
Yes, I'm sorry. Well, Constable Jackson said that Mr. Smith claims Mr. Parsons was following him. Mr. Parsons claims Mr. Smith had his overcoat.
Is that correct?
He wouldn't go away.
But it is his coat.
I loaned it to him.
And you want to give it back to him?
I refuse to accept it.
Look, he thinks I'll catch cold, but I've got things to do in Newtown, and I don't want him following me.
Look, Mr. Parsons, why did you lend Mr. Smith your coat in the first place?
We became friends in hospital and were discharged this morning.
Well, if you're friends, I fail to see the problem.
Well, he wants to do things his way all the time.
I don't want him to go back in with pneumonia.
Well, haven't you got a coat of your own, Mr. Smith? Where do you live?
Dutton Ford Farm. That's over the other side of Whaley Bridge. But I've told him I don't wear coats.
Well, I can only see one solution. Don't want to see a good coat cut in half, do we? You, Mr. Smith, must give Mr. Parsons back his coat, and you, Mr. Parsons, must accept it.
But he's my friend, and it's perishing
Oh,
outside.
I wouldn't worry about that, sir. He looks as strong as a brick-built coal house to me. There you are now. You can go in your way, and he can go in his.
Well, I'm sorry about this, Smithy. I would like to have seen your farm. Well, hope you found Joanna. I best be going then, Hadder.
Hey, you might as well, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, he seems quite a nice bloke, your friend.
Well, it's a family affair. I'm looking for my lass.
Well, what about your wife? I mean, can't
She ran off with a fella and took my Joanna. But they've been seen here in Newtown.
Yes, well, perhaps you'll let us know if we can be of any assistance.
Aye. Is it all right for me to go now?
Oh, certainly, Mr. Smith, yeah. And, no rough stuff when you catch up with this fella, eh? Just you watch it, eh?
Oh, I don't give a tinker's cuss about him. Just Joanna.
There you are, Alec. What was so difficult about that, eh? It's a little bit of tact and common sense. That's all that was required.
Hello, love. You remember me, don't you? Of course you do. I'm your dad, Joanna, love. You must remember.
I'm Carol.
Carol? Carol. How can you be Carol? I'm your dad. You know I'm your dad. And his grandma. You must remember Grandma. You do. Of course you do. Your grandma and me, It's your mother, isn't it? It's her mother. Told her not to talk to me. You're not Carol. You're Joanna. And I'm taking you home with me to see Grandma.
Carol? Carol, come here.
Who was she?
I think it's the child's mother, Smithy.
Mother? Mother? No.
You must have made a mistake, old chap. You'll get yourself into serious trouble. You really must let me help you. This stopping children in the street, I don't think it's really quite the thing to do.
It was them, all right. They still had their suitcases, one had on a top coat, and they called the girl Joanna.
Well, if they were up to something, they'd escape it by now. Over.
You keep touring the neighborhood, Alec. See if you can find them.
I know. 501 house.
So they got together again. I wonder who's wearing the coat.
I don't like it when young kids are involved, Tom.
A bit daft, isn't it? A fellow like that trying to kiss a girl of that age that he's her father.
Best check on that address they gave us, Tom.
Dutton Ford Farm.
Anybody about? Anybody about? Sorry, ladies. Fellas? Hey, missus. I'm inquiring about a man called Smith.
Oh, aye. And who might you be?
Detective Sergeant Stone, Newtown CID.
Police? And what do you want here, then?
Couldn't we go and talk in the house?
Too much work and animals to feed.
Sure. Don't you ever clean this place out?
I'm on my own, mister, and I do what I can. Is that why you're here? On account of the smell?
No, missus. The man we'd like to talk to gave us this farm as his address.
Well, he's wrong, because nobody lives here but me. And I'm going to get this place all cleaned up as soon as I can. So many forms to fill up.
Same with us, love. Everything in triplicate. But this fellow we want to talk to, he gave his name as Smith. Now, that's your name, isn't it?
Aye, it's common enough. And that's why he chose it. And you, being a bobby, should have twigged it.
Man of about 45. You got a son that age?
Yes, but it's not our Albert, because he's in hospital.
Well, it might be your Albert. This fellow told us he'd been discharged from hospital just this morning.
That right? I'd have known. They'd have told me.
Well, look, just supposing it was your Albert. Do you reckon he'd have gone into Newtown to look for his wife and child? He mentioned the name Joanna.
Joanna, you say?
Yeah. He'd been told she'd been seen in Newtown.
According to Bingley's, they have. But it weren't our Albert. How could he have got discharged from hospital?
Wasn't much wrong with this fella. What was wrong with Albert?
Well, he never should have married that Charlotte Bingley. She'd go off night after night to Liverpool and Manchester, drinking and dancing with men, and leaving Albert to look after the child.
Look, Mrs.
Then one time she went off with a ballroom dancer, took Joanna with her, and never come back.
Can you tell me his name?
No, but I can tell you it were he and that Charlotte that caused our Albert's decline. Got so bad they took him away to Budley in the end.
You can't see her there, then?
She'd not be there. They're all too big.
But this is a Catholic school, and you and Joanna are Catholics.
Aye.
Well, there shouldn't be that many Catholic schools about, so if we inquire at all of them, we should find her.
Aye, we should.
It's a simple enough plan, Smithy, but based on sound logic.
Yeah, I expect rest of them will come out to play soon. Perhaps we'll see her then.
Oh, no, we can't waste time like that. Look, you have your photograph.
Yeah, aye.
Well, we'll try this school first. Go in and present it to the person in charge. Then if we draw a blank, we go on to the next school and so on till we find her.
Hey, Bert, is a turn up for the book. That fella Smith came out of Budley Mental Hospital this morning.
Mental hospital? So all that stuff about looking for his little daughter could be a load of codswallop then?
Yeah. And his mother wasn't advised of his discharge. So, him and Parsons are probably absconded.
Well, look, you're not far from Budley. Best get over there and find out, Tom. Check on their backgrounds, especially anything to do with young children, eh?
Righto.
Inspector Lynch. Yeah? Okay, let's put her on, Sergeant. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah. What's that? 2 men. One called Smith.
No, they hadn't absconded, Sergeant. Parsons was an informal patient and could leave at any time. Smith went before a mental review tribunal some years ago and was reclassified as being of informal status.
Which means what, Doctor?
That they considered him well enough to leave here.
And did their decision meet with your approval?
Not only my approval, but my recommendation. I referred him to the tribunal. So, if he's got into trouble, I feel partly responsible.
Well, we've had a complaint from a woman who said that he accosted her child in the street.
In what way? Did she say how he behaved?
Well, he persisted in calling her Joanna. He said he was her father and wanted to take her home to Grandma. Parsons was with him at the time, and the woman is convinced that they were trying to lure the child away.
Yes, well, of course, it's a mother's instinct to be suspicious of strange men and not unnaturally to assume the worst.
And can you be so sure she's wrong?
There's nothing in Smith or Parsons' case histories to suggest that she is. How old was the girl?
5.
The same age as Smith's daughter Joanna was when he came in here.
Do you find that significant?
I know he was extremely fond of Joanna, to the point of obsession originally. Latterly, when he spoke of her during our talks, it was in reminiscence. By that time, the past was all he had to live for. He'd been separated from her for 18 years, and suddenly he learns...
How long?
18 years. He learns that he's going to see her again. Now, the past floods into his mind, and so vividly is he reliving it that it becomes for him the present. He sees her as she was then, a child of 5.
If you believe that, then you believe that he genuinely thought the girl was his daughter.
Yes, Sergeant, I do.
Well, it's not very nice for the mother, is it? Or the child. Should he have been allowed out in that condition?
Should he have been kept in here as long as he was? I've observed Smith closely for the past 5 years. He's responded to therapy, worked hard in the gardens, was placid, rational, gave no trouble. What more do you ask of a man? I considered him responsible enough to recommend his case to be reviewed. I'm confident he'll make it.
Suppose at some time or other he was certified, eh?
Oh, yes. Yes, he was found wandering in Liverpool in a very poor state and found to be suffering from acute depression. Shopkeepers had complained about him. A cafe owner testified that he had accused him of hiding his daughter in his kitchen. He was certified in '55 and brought here.
And the decision of this mental...
The review tribunal
nullifies that, eh?
Yes, and I think rightly so. Look, give him a chance to find his feet, Sergeant. Well, I don't think he'll let you down.
No. Thank you.
Reynolds? Yes, he's here. For you.
Top. Stone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Smith and Parsons. A rumpus at a convent.
What on earth possessed you to fly off the handle like that?
I were hoping she'd be there.
Yes, I know, but even so. It was obvious the Mother Superior hadn't even seen Joanna, let alone hidden her. And you as good as called her a liar. A lady steeped in religion.
Well, it were seeing all them girls. I could just see Joanna sitting in classroom dressed in one of them uniforms. I wanted to go and find her.
Well, if she had been there, they would have told us. 2 teas with, please.
We're not going to find her sitting in here supping cups of tea, are we?
All right, here, hold this for a minute. We might try my second line of action, the housing department. Now, if your wife has been housed by the council, they should know where she's living. So I
Well,
think...
let's get down there.
Smithy? Look, to be absolutely truthful, I'm a bit worried about you.
Oh.
You know, you really must stop imagining that everybody's against you.
I'm not imagining. Some folks are.
Oh, come on now, how can they be when they don't even know you? Oh, I thought you were a rum bird when I first met you.
Ah, well, you're the same as me.
Same as you?
Ah, we've been at the same place.
Oh, but that doesn't make us different from everybody else. Now, look, Smithy.
If these folks here knew that we'd been in that hospital, they wouldn't think that we were the same as them, you know.
A bloke thinks his daughter's a kid when she's a full-blown woman, and they pass him out as compass.
No. Informal status. Which means that he is what we hope we are. Saying the only difference between him and us is that he's got a document that says he is.
And the way he's carrying on, he's going to need it, Tom.
Well, Dr. Reynolds thinks it's just a temporary condition due to excitement of being discharged.
He's caused plenty of excitement over at St. Bernice's. We only just missed nicking him there. Now, Smith's a Catholic. There's only 2 other Catholic schools, and I'm having them both watched.
Suppose you couldn't call the boys off?
Call them off?
Yeah, well, Dr. Reynolds thinks if we pick him up now, we'll upset him and undo all the good work that they've done in the hospital in the last 18 years. He wants us to go easy on him for a couple of days, give him time to find his feet.
Find his feet? Huh. I don't know about that, Tom.
Well, look, suppose I get the wife's address, eh? I tell her that Smith has been discharged and to contact us as soon as he turns up there. Then he can go down there and see his grown-up daughter and see how he goes on then.
It's my neck, you know, Tom.
Wow.
All right. I'll tell the lads not to pick him up unless they have to. But if he gets up to any more larks, Tom...
Now, before we go to the housing department, we'd better put our own house in order. It'll be no use showing the photograph there. And any leases or contracts are almost bound to be in his name.
Who?
The chap who went off with your wife, it's him they'll have dealt with.
Why? Well, I'll say no. I'll leave it all to you.
Yes, that'll be best. Now, what's his name?
Name? I don't rightly know.
Well, then how can... Haven't you any idea at all?
Well, let me think. She used to go dancing. Charlotte were right keen on dancing and told me once about a fella has asked her to go and be his partner at some contest.
What, did she mention his name?
He'd won medals and cups for dancing. Dancing the slow foxtrot.
Well, what's the connection, Smithy?
Well, that night, she went out in this red dress. It were all frills and bows and very revealing. And when she came home, she was happy and singing, and they hadn't won the contest. They'd only come in second.
I don't quite see how all this is going to help us, old chap.
Well, she had this, what do you call it? A diploma, and their names were on it. Miss Charlotte Smith, Mr. Terry Stevens. He's the likely fella she went off with.
Progress at last. Come along, Smithy. I'll tell you what we'll say.
Aye.
We are looking for a Mr. and Mrs. Terry Stevens.
Hello, Mr. Stone. I always thought bobbies were reckoned to be fit. You're croaking and creaking like a bronchial bullfrog.
It's a long time since I marched miles through mud, Mr. Bingley.
Well, if it's about me selling me taters, I only sell to the old folk, helping with their pensions like.
Highly commendable. Hope they appreciate your efforts.
It keeps me on my toes, lad. I wouldn't give up my allotment, not for a big clock. Not using wrong spade contrary to ministry regulations, am I?
The only objection I've got to your allotment, Mr. Bingley, is a bus ride from the main road. I want to talk to you about your daughter, Charlotte.
Ah, Charlotte. We got shot of her when she wed Albert Smith. What's she gone and done now?
Nothing. But her husband was discharged from hospital this morning. We want to contact her.
He never was. After all this time? Well, I'll be jiggered.
You seem glad to hear it.
I am. He was a bit of a Nelly, mind you, but a nice enough lad. I'm glad he got better.
Good, because maybe you can help him. He's been looking for his wife and his child in Newtown. He hasn't got their address.
Well, I'd be pleased to tell you, but I don't know. We've seen neither hide nor heard of her since she went.
Now, hang on a minute, Mr. Bingley. I understood that you had. Old Mrs. Smith told me that you told her that Charlotte and her daughter Joanna had been seen in Newtown.
Aye, I did. Went across myself and told her. But that were 12, 13 years ago. It was Harry Hodges has seen them. He's been dead this past 10 years.
No, naturally. No, of course you don't want that sort of carry on. What's that? Both carrying suitcases. Leave it with me. It'll be dealt with.
Smith and Parsons?
Yeah. The housing department.
Well, I think you had them... We had them in the station and let them walk out.
Oh. Oh, we're lucky it's only raining, Smithy. Cold enough for snow. Here, mop your hair with that.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you talk about me flying off the handle, but when you get your rag up, you're worse than me.
Oh, these civil service chaps get up my nose, Smithy. My pet aversion. I gave him a good roasting, didn't I?
Hey, his face when you called him a... yeah, what were it again?
A cringing, snivelling, nauseating replica of Adolf Hitler.
That were he. We're good with that.
Well, there's something comforting about looking out in the rain. Rather like being in hospital and looking out on life outside. You weren't all that keen on hospital, were you, Smithy?
Well, I'm glad to be out of it.
Well, it had its compensating aspects. No decisions to be made, for one. Not even to choose from a menu. You just ate what they gave you. No business setbacks, no losses, no disasters, real or imaginary. No, I particularly enjoyed not having to make decisions. Being in business on your own isn't all it's cracked up to be. No pals, no mates. When my mother was alive, it wasn't so bad. There was always somebody to go home and talk to. In the hospital, there's always someone to talk to. But it won't do to spend too much time in a fishbowl. So, when I heard you were leaving...
What were they up to?
Trying to locate the whereabouts of a Mr. Terry Stevens.
Who's he?
No idea, except Smith said he was a dancer.
Hey, that could be the merchant Smith's old woman ran off with.
Yeah, well, I managed to smooth it all out, but when they couldn't get any information on Stevens there, Parsons told him he was going to the town hall.
The town hall? Get over there, Quilly, and stop them.
Don't pick him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you've got to now.
Right, 501 out.
What do you intend to do when you find Joanna?
I'll take her home, of course.
And your wife?
I'm having naught to do with her.
I don't know whether I told you, Smithy, but I'm thinking of disposing of my business.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, since my mother died, it all seems rather pointless. You'll be going on to the farm.
Aye, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yes. What could be better? That's the sort of life I'd like.
On the farm?
Especially with a chum. Smithy, we've become such chums, you don't think I couldn't possibly come and live with you and Joanna, could I?
What, you and us?
As a sort of paying guest who does some work.
Well,
We have a few things in common, you know. We're a couple of casualties. Been in the loony bin together.
we have. Aye, I don't mind. Aye, why not?
Really?
Yeah, it's not very posh.
Posh? Oh, to labour on the soil, out in the fields at crack of dawn, back to the smell of home-baked bread. Oh, that's posh for me.
Well, we've no fields, not to speak of, and me mama's wrap bread.
You, Smithy, Joanna, and me. It'll be marvellous.
Except we haven't found her yet.
Oh, we will, Smithy, we will. There's still the town hall. I'll demand to see the local election register. Let's sit on this seat and have our fish and chips and decide exactly how we're going to go about it.
Sure.
I think this one's the cod. I wonder if we should ask to see the town...
Joanna.
What? She certainly looks like the girl in the photograph.
Aye, of course she does. Joanna? Joanna. You are Joe, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Joe.
Right old game this is. I've been up to my neck in mud and pigs.
Well, did you manage to get hold of the wife's address?
No. What's more, nobody's clapped eyes on Charlotte Smith for 13 years.
Well, it's going to be difficult for them, but they're certainly having a go. Had a complaint from the housing department. The last I heard, they were on their way to the town hall.
Did you enjoy your fish and chips, Joe, love?
Smithy, where are you going?
She seems to have got thinner.
Look, old chap, I must know what you're going to do. Where are you going?
Well, we're going home, I told you.
Well, not without telling anybody. You can't walk away with her like that.
Why can't I?
Well, because... What about her mother?
Well, she walked off with her when she took her away from me.
Yes, I know, but you must at least tell her. Look, go back with Joanna and
I'm
explain...
having naught to do with her.
But she'll tell the police she's missing. The police will be brought in. I don't want you to get into trouble, Smithy.
I'll not give her a chance to take her away again. Come on, love.
No, Smithy, I'll not allow you to go off like this.
Get up here and leave us alone!
She were over in Wreck playing on swings.
What happened, son?
These two men came up, gave Joe some fish and chips, and took her away.
Oh, which way did they go?
Across the wreck towards Plattsburgh.
Oh, God.
I'll phone the police. Then we'll borrow the van and see if we can see her. Come on, you look after Andy. Come on. What do they look like, son?
Girl is small, fair-haired, wearing a blue anorak and trousers, and was taken from Corby Recreation Ground.
I can be there in about 8 minutes.
Right, as quick as you can, Alec.
Right, 501 out.
Sergeant, get me Roberts, will you? I'm going to have to use dogs, Tom.
Yeah. Sorry I dropped you in it, but...
Now then. How do you like her?
She's lovely.
Is she as nice as old Sally?
Sally, who's Sally?
You know Sally. Sally's that doll I bought you for your birthday. You know, the one you like to take to bed with you every night.
That's not Sally, that's Poppy. It's Poppy I take to bed.
That's funny. I thought it was Sally. You look thinner to me, Joe. Aye, you're getting thinner. You're growing into a big lass. You're getting taller.
Me mum says I'm going out of all me clothes.
Well, never mind. We'll soon fatten you up with some of your grandma's rabbit and dumplings, won't we?
Are we going to Grandma's?
Yeah, and she'll tell you some of them stories you used to like so
What
much.
stories?
Nay, you haven't forgotten them, have you? All them lovely stories that she used to tell you while your mammy went out dancing, all about Herbert Hedgehog and Cyril Squirrel.
Has Parsons any idea where Smith may be going?
Homie said, but they made off into Platt's Woods. Looks like they're making for the railway.
Right, you take the Arden Road, Quilly, and keep an eye out in case he tries to leave the woods on that side.
Righto, sir. 501, out.
As many pandas as you've got, Sergeant. Deploy them on this job. Tom. Get on to Budley Hospital, will you? See if you can have another word with that Dr. Reynolds.
U-turn to Panda 5. State your position, please. Over. Thank you, Panda 5. Stand by, please. U-turn to Panda 3. Your position, please. Over. 5 Panda 3. Will you and Panda 5 both proceed to Corby Recreation Ground? Rendezvous with Panda 4 prior to a search for Joanna Page, age 5. Believed abducted by 2 men.
Sorry, Doctor, but we've got no option. He's made off with a little girl. Can't afford to take any chances.
I can see that, Sergeant, but I do assure you that the possibility of his harming the girl is remote.
Yes, but he's a stranger to her. We'll say she gets afraid. What happens then, eh? No, I'm afraid the girl must come first.
Yes, of course, you're right, but I do urge you to instruct your men to show him as much consideration as possible. Will you do that, Sergeant?
Yes, I'll do that. I assure you we'll have the most sympathetic treatment we can give him. And yes, I'll keep you advised.
Oh, chap.
Lovely.
You turn to Roberts. Identify position, please.
Roberts to Newtown.
Go ahead, Roberts.
We're in Platt's Wood, south of Hackdale Road, heading north to Railway.
Wanted man now positively identified as Albert Smith, ex-mental patient. Reported to be placid, but may resent your taking girl from him. Urge that you exercise care and restraint in dealing with him.
Message understood. Request that all other personnel keep out of woods so as not to leave scent. Out.
I didn't really ride him on the big back, did I?
You did? Well, just for a little while, till you fell off.
It must have been when I was very little, because I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, get away. You can't remember the day old Bertha's piglets got loose and you and me chased them? Well, now how have you forgot that? Well, didn't they get into your grandma's onions? And didn't you lose a shoe in mud? And didn't we both get told off by your mother? That were a right old day, that were. Day old Bertha's young'uns got loose.
Do you think this is the same sort of thing as it was this morning with the other girl?
In what way?
Well, he thought she was his daughter, too.
Oh, no, this is Joanna, and she answered to the name, and he has the photograph.
Photograph?
He and her at the seaside. No, that was a mistake this morning, but this really is his daughter.
Look, how can it be? He's been in hospital for 18 years. She'd be a woman by now.
18 years?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought we were all going to live on the farm together. Smithy, Joanna, and me.
You turn to Panda 4.
Panda 4.
Roberts and Carter report dogs have picked up a fresh scent leading towards Arden Bridge.
Perhaps he's hoping for a train at Arden Station.
Nice? I know, 'cause it's your favourite, isn't it? Kind you like best. Oh, come here, love. Let's wipe your fingers before you get your coat all chocolatey. Look, shall I look after your dolly for you? Right, we'll put her in there. Now then. What about that time your Easter egg melted, eh? And you got all smothered with it? That were time that we went to Seaside on a train and had our photos took.
I don't remember going to the seaside with you.
Of course you can. You must. Look, just you and me, on our own,
We went to Southport and we saw all the ships and we had our photos too. See ya. There you are.
I want to go home now.
We are going home, Joe, love. On a train. Come on, love.
Please, God, keep us safe.
I'm the girl's father, the wife. Well, we couldn't just stay at home and
Have
wait.
you found her yet?
The dogs have picked up a fresh scent. But open it, Smith's.
Smith?
Well, do you know them? Are they dangerous? Well, there's only the one. You see, well, they parted. There they are.
Joe!
Stop her. Panda Ford in Newtown. Panda Ford in Newtown.
Tea stone cold.
It was okay 10 minutes
Panda Ford in Newtown.
Newtown.
I've sighted Smith and the girl.
Is it Kenny all right?
I can't tell. I'm on Arden Bridge with the parents. Now, look, Smith and the girl are walking up the railway. Now, it looks as though they are heading to the station.
Right, get over there, Cully. And don't forget, go easy on him.
Right, 501 out.
Oh, that was quick.
There's one in the pot.
You should have left it there, love.
We'll let them off back at the station.
I'm your dad. I showed you the photograph. There. Now that's you, and that's me. You'll see, Joel. I'll take you home to Grandma.
Now then, Albert, what's it all about, eh?
Well, she's my lass, my daughter.
Come on, let's see how you got mixed up, shall we?
This is a picture of me when I were a kid. What's his name?
Albert Smith.
I think he's my dad.
Oh, you managed to get that thing working, did you?
A couple of little springs came off. I put them back on.
Nice work. Ah, a rum carry-on, wasn't it? Him turned out to be the kid's grandfather.
Bit luck for all concerned, wasn't it, eh? No crime, no charges, and the real Joanna's so delighted at finding her dear old dad that she's going to look after him until he...
Until he finds his feet, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll phone the hospital and let Dr. Reynolds know. Parsons is the one I feel sorry for. Well, I gave him a lift back to the station, he was telling me. Not got a soul in the world.